RLCB. PI as the Yule Festival is a time of celebration and merriment. Come and join the festivities in Frost Bluff and drink, eat, and be merry. Happy Yule! This is a repeatable quest that you have never completed.
You bring dire news.
This is dire news. While the 4 hobbits I was awaiting are safe for the moment, the protection Bree offers is fleeting, at best. We must leave soon, and if the enemy's suspicions were confirmed by these Creebane that what they seek is no longer in the Shire, our trip may be all the more perilous. Yet the old forest is a twisting labyrinth that can lead even the most experienced tracker astray. Finding these Creebane will not be easy. This is dire news. While the 4 hobbits I was awaiting are safe for the moment, the protection Bree offers is fleeting, at best. We must leave soon, and if the enemy's suspicions were confirmed by these Creebane that what they seek is no longer in the Shire, our trip may be all the more perilous. Yet the old forest is a twisting labyrinth that can lead even the most experienced tracker astray. Finding these Creebane will not be easy.
Listen well.
Siete say in aid Eccles a army there is one who could find these Creebane for us, if we were to ask him for such aid. However, he may not see our worries as his. He is known by many peoples by many names. Of old, he was known as Oral to men, while to the dwarves he was simply Forn. The elves called him Larwain Benadar, oldest and fatherless. However, in these days, he is known as Tom Bombadil by those few who are aware of him. Look for old Bombadil's house, which lies at the far eastern end of the Withy Windle, the river that flows through the old forest. He may help you if you ask him in my name, Aragorn. If you discover anything, I would ask that you address it as best you can. I'll wish I could help you in this task, but the safety of my charges comes before all else.
Are you looking for something, friend?
Why are you bothering me?
What's that? Another infiltrator is here. Okay. I don't recognize you, but our group is pretty large by now, so that doesn't surprise me. As many as it takes, am I right? We might have chosen a better password, I suppose, but at least it's easy to remember.
Stay and hear me out. Stay and hear me out.
Sastericini is EET at T. You have told me the password, so you can go on in. I will show you the way. Lots of people are already inside. I let in Quickwit Culver and Twisted Garrett and a few of the others. Let me know when you are ready to go in. You are free to enter the hideout. I will escort you inside, then return to my
An
post.
unsavory band of the big folk have assembled and are planning a frightening surprise for Bree. I hope my new friend
T
can
haven't
stop
seen
them.
you around here before. Are you sure you're one of us? This has been a long time coming, and I don't want some outsider spoiling it. Folk won't soon forget what we do here today, not if my name's Quickwit Culver. Which it is. You see this blade? I can slice clean through anything I set my mind to. That's how sharp both edges are, the blade, and my mind. I've been cutting things all morning, and I'll cut more before the day is through. See if I don't. Go into the main room and see if Garrett is all set up. There isn't much time left.
They've not yet unpacked my ropes. They will hold, I am certain, but I need more time. There are a lot of things we still need to hoist. Oh, after all this planning, to be undone at the last for a lack of time. I saw how sharp Culver's knife has become. If I don't hurry, he might use it on me next.
Will you look at this? All of my friends have gathered to surprise me with a birthday celebration. One cannot believe it. Thank you, everyone, thank you.
T almost forgot the main course, Artie. What good are thick slices of crusty bread without anything to dip them into? We all chipped in some coins to purchase a large order of turtle soup from Sig Mandrick's well-known shop. He should be here with the soup any moment now.
I couldn't bring myself to do it, True Alpha. After seeing all of those little turtles, with their tiny shells and their little snapping beaks, I just could not bring myself to turn them into soup. Brought them here, tied up in a sack given to me by Grobo's nephew. I left it over by the door. Perhaps we can return them to the wild, and my customers will forgive me for not making good on our deal. We'll refund their coin, of course.
Disappointed? Absolutely not. I don't care much for turtle soup, in the first place. And look at all those little fellows, running around like they own the place. Perhaps they should. I have a spacious home not far from here, and I understand that the mayor has been known to turn a blind eye to the keeping of numerous pets within homes in Bree. I could give these little snapping gentle turtles a fine home. They will stay with me. It's settled. This is the finest birthday of all. One have been surprised by my old friends, and have acquired numerous new friends. Beoring and turtle alike. T will show you to my home, True Alpha. You can help carry some of my new, beaked friends.
can I do for you?
I can't believe it, True Elful, this has been the best birthday ever, and now I have so many new friends to share this home with. Look at all the little fellows. That party was such a terrific surprise and must have taken so much planning. Thank you for being a part of it, my new friend.
What can I do for you?
What can I do for you?
This will do nicely. Bree is in dire need of new supplies, and this will do well to sate the populace. Without this, who is to know what terrible madness would have befallen the people of Bree? Here, we are indebted to your help.
What can I do for you?
More ill news. Omen? Could this be? This letter says it plainly enough. Sharky has a legion of half-orcs loyal to him that he is sending to Andrath. I have doomed my men.
Could I speak with you a moment? Would you do something for me? Would you do something for me? Could I speak with you a moment? Might I take a moment of your time?
Ye Commander at last been pet, the Vale of Andrath is Breeland's gateway to the south. The South Downs, Dunland, Isengard, the Gap of Rohan, all would be closed to Breeland if the brigands are not hindered. It is clear that Sharky is no mere brigand leader. He has employed half-breeds to fill his ranks, a wholly depraved act. T sent my men to watch the ruins at Andrath and fear they may now be prisoners or worse. Please, head south beyond the Greenway crossing, further beyond the shadow of the Barrows, and seek my scouts, Oakdale and Brittle Leaf. Hopefully, they will have found a safe place close to the ruins, likely on the eastern side. Be swift, for I fear the worst, and bring caution with you. That's likely to be a bad place.
Greetings.
Grimbriar finally sent support? We have been wondering if he had forgotten us. When we arrived, we found a far larger force than anticipated and knew that we could not desert the post. Already, we have seen these fiends performing terrible acts. We must remain resolute and carry out our duties.
Would you do something for me?
Nia. Reeoeiineae Grimbriar was right to send us here, but we figured more support would arrive once he realized that we could not submit reports. Your news of what is happening in the north makes it clear that the brigands are moving in with the caravans they let through. Those unlucky enough to not have the coin to pay for passage are treated without civility, their lives forfeit, and their goods claimed by these vile creatures. Your information confirms what we have feared. The swarthy fellows among their number are half-orcs, foul beasts. The time has come to strike back for every life these beasts have claimed. Strike out into the ruins and scourge this enemy clean. One will see you paid handsomely.
Could I speak with you a moment?
See lie or by there is a leader among these fiends, Sharky's lieutenant in and Wrath. I have seen him, a burly fellow, a man not a halberd. He makes his lair high in the southwestern ruins and barks orders out to all these fools. He must be dealt with. Perhaps, without a leader, the brigands will not recover, buying time for more to join the fight against this Sharky.
Might I take a moment of your time?
Ted Oe and Neil, some caravans and drivers have enough coin to press through the blockade here in and Wrath. We have seen this happen a few times. The price they pay is steep and drives prices of their goods ever higher in Breeland. Those caravans unwilling or unable to pay the price the brigands demand. Their shipments are claimed by the brigands and this practice must cease. I implore you, Beoring, search the ruins and the enemy within for any of these goods. They are the lifeblood of our homeland, and without this trade, we will begin to see true suffering.
Could I speak with you a moment?
Ted Oe and Neil, some caravans and drivers have enough coin to press through the blockade here in and Wrath. We have seen this happen a few times. The price they pay is steep and drives prices of their goods ever higher in Breeland. Those caravans unwilling or unable to pay the price the brigands demand.
Could I speak with you a moment?
Their shipments are claimed by the brigands, and this practice must cease. I implore you, Beoring, search the ruins and the enemy within for any of these goods. They are the lifeblood of our homeland, and without this trade, we will begin to see true suffering.
Stay a moment.
Read Mama a moment and a lowered voice if you would. Watcher Brittleleaf need not hear this, as it would only drive him to do something foolish, I fear. Within the ruins, I have seen another terror, worse than any leader of men, a leader of these half-breeds. He stands taller than most and is a fearsome sight to behold. Should you run afoul of this fellow, I would advise fleeing towards the hills, but you have the appearance of an adventurous Beoring, so I will offer you a reward for the defeat of this menace. The half-orc dwells just inside the gate from the south at the deepest depths of their encampment.
How can I be of service?
We cannot restore those who were taken, but we can rest in knowing that some manner of justice has been served. T cannot say that the future of Breland is brighter, as even now I see that the numbers of this enemy swells to restore those purged. Breland is in grave danger from this sharky fellow.
What do you need?
As I expected. I fear that my companion, Watcher Oakdale, is right. Bree cannot solve this problem alone. We will need to seek counsel elsewhere. You have done your service to Breland, true Alpha. I offer you only what you have earned and what we can spare.
Stay a moment.
EELSAOAE side seaman and my resolve will not falter, but logic bids me act quickly, and so I will. I need you to return to Chief Watcher Grimbriar with all haste. Tell him what you have seen here and implore him to see through his hatred of the Rangers. They may be the only ally which Breland can rely upon in this dark time. This fortress is lost to us, but Oakdale and I will do what we can to stave the tide from spilling into Breland before the citizens have been prepared. Go now, before these fiends see our location, and bring about the end of our resistance before it is begun.
What do you need?
T will hail the next caravan finding their way through the gates, dispatch of any brigands foolish enough to cross me, and speed these goods along to those in need. It may not be much, but this will surely help to alleviate what must be a growing problem amongst many of the farmers in Breland. Here, you have earned this.
What can I do for you?
Yes, I could hear the sound of the swamp diminish as the Nikas retreated from around the camp. Thank you, friend. Perhaps tonight I will find a true rest that will strengthen my resolve and restore my heart.
What do you need?
The terrible acts I witnessed that creature perform will not leave me, but I may find restful sleep again knowing that you have brought his reign to an end. Have little to offer you, but this is well deserved.
What can I do for you?
Brittleleaf and Oakdale are no cowards, but one cannot heed their advice. The Rangers are a dangerous and wild lot and do more harm in this land than good. T will not invite them into Breeland, where they will install themselves as our overlords as soon as this crisis is ended. No, there must be another way. T have received other news, from within the bounds of Breeland, other citizens that need defense from this brigand menace. I would see you aid them before seeking the yoke of the Rangers. R.A.R. Grimbriar. Brittleleaf and Oakdale are no cowards, but one cannot heed their advice. The Rangers are a dangerous and wild lot and do more harm in this land than good. T will not invite them into Breeland, where they will install themselves as our overlords as soon as this crisis is ended. No, there must be another way. T have received other news, from within the bounds of Breeland, other citizens that need defense from this brigand menace. I would see you aid them before seeking the yoke of the Rangers. R.A.R. Grimbriar.
Stay a moment.
Timar Nnries Tainarim T will take the advice of my other watchers under careful consideration. You must understand, however, that the Rangers are brutes in their own right and have long been a menace along our borders. Ask those in Trestlebridge and the farmland of the North Downs, and you will see the same response to the Rangers. Not a single one of them can be trusted. As I said, there are others within Breeland who need assistance, and you have proven a valuable ally and more than capable combatant. I would have you visit one of these folk. Adso Haybank is a hobbit building an inn along the Great East Road stretching between Bree and Buckland. He has sent a message that brigands are stealing his materials and threatening the lives of his workers. If you would, please visit him and see what can be done. I will continue to think on an alternate course of action. You will find him west along the Great East Road, south of this cabin, between Bree and Buckland.
Hello.
Grimbriar could send no one else? Woe is me and mine. We have much trouble here, and I truly hope that you are able to help as the Chief Watcher thinks you can.
Is there something I can do for you?
You must be true Alpha. I have been hearing a lot about you. My associates in Buckland sent along a message about your work. They speak very highly of you. I'm glad to finally meet you. Would that the circumstances were better, but no reason to bother you with that now. This, once finished, will be my inn, a dream I have had for years, and in that would attract the big folk and hobbits alike. You have helped me come one step closer to my dream, and for that, I am in your debt to lay.
Just a moment.
Yes, you are here to help? Oh, you are just in time. I need all the help I might find. I fear my dream of founding an inn at this spot is in danger of foundering, even before it has truly begun.
Might I speak with you a moment?
Asa'ahoas nigh. Ella hey, friend, you're not from around here, and that may be a good thing. This is serious business, and I can't trust any of these louts with something so delicate. Making a place of my own took an unexpected turn not so long ago, and I am loath to tell my workers what has happened. I hope that you can help me with this matter. This satchel holds the last payment I need to make to ensure the safety of the folks here and the sanctity of this soon-to-be splendid landmark. Just take it to the old Sweetgrass farm, a little ways northeast of here, and give it over to the man who answers the door. It may be Bill Fernie, that is, or one of his helpers. Bill said he'll only be there at night, so don't waste time hanging around during the day to pee and serve him. Just knock on the door or ring the bell and hand over the satchel. Hear me?
Are you here to help us?
Ehayimans, are you here to help us? Please tell me you are here to help. You assure Clodhar that you will do what you can, and ask what plagues him. A bear, a great monstrous thing. We try not to get too close to the forest if we can help it, but sometimes there's no other choice, and Adso needs us to go under the eaves for some reason or another. Well, yesterday afternoon, I was just within the trees when I saw the huge shape of a bear lumbering toward me. It was big, even bigger than you, and the very sight filled me with dread. If you think you can do something about this Dayar shape, for that it certainly must be, Redsu, and I will show you where I saw the beast.
I will show you where I saw that great beast of a bear!
All right, come with me. I will show you where I saw the great beast of a bear. But if we see it again, you need to protect me. Do you agree? Because otherwise, I will stay right here. Thank you very much. This is a solo quest and cannot be completed with a fellowship.
I do not like this creepy forest, but I will show you where I saw that great beast of a bear.
Oh, I do not know about this, True Alpha. I know I said I would show you where I saw the giant bear, but as we approach the spot, I like being here less and less. This was a mistake.
You speak soothing words to the deer in the language of animals, words taught to you by Grimbeorn and others of your kind in your youth. The deer's panic gradually subsides, though its ears still twitch at every sound. The frightened creature's demeanor tells you that Klothar is right to worry, a large predator is nearby.
He heard you, True Alpha, and so did that deer. I don't mean in the way that someone might speak to the rabbits that haunt a body's garden, scaring them away with his voice. I mean that whatever it was you said to that deer, it understood you, as I do. How is it you came to learn the language of animals?
Your ancestor Beorn had a special kinship with the creatures that made their homes near his lodge, and you have inherited some measure of this quality as well. You try to draw upon this portion of your nature to calm the mighty beast before you. What has driven this creature to such rage? It seems that your words are having some effect, but suddenly the creature shakes its great head and redoubles its assault. You reach out to the bear once more, drawing upon your natural affinity for the creatures. A low rumble confirms your belief, something has put a great and terrible fear into the bear, setting into motion this frenzied assault. Friend, you speak to it in reassuring tones, and the bear speaks its name. Suddenly, a great shudder seizes the creature's body, and he attacks once again. Peach of Sar in the language. The fear in Bramblesnarl's eyes is now gone, replaced with different emotions, respect, and admiration. Your calming words, and the strength of your resolve, have brought Bramblesnarl back to his senses. In the language of his kind, He tells you of a frightening wraith that stalked the plains where lie the barrows of long-dead men. The visage of that terrible king awoke in Bramble Snarl a primal fear, and he could not shake the madness that held him in its grip. With a thankful snort, Bramble Snarl turns and walks back among the trees.
Elle knew there was something peculiar about you, True Alpha. Not everyone can speak to animals, after all, can they? You are a skin changer. Not just tails, but tails, as my old day used to say. I cannot believe there are really people such as you in this world. For a moment, Clawhard looks as if he is going to faint dead away, but then he recovers himself and sticks out his hand. TT would be an honor to shake your hand, True Alpha. Did I say there must be few folk like you in this world? That is a shame, for you could have killed that bear but chose not to do so. Instead, you showed restraint and mercy. This world could use more folk like you. If you want an opinion, let us leave this forest behind us, True Alpha. I have had quite enough adventure for today. Thank you very much. A.
I have heard tales of skin changers, but I never thought I'd meet one.
T have heard tales of skin changers, but I never thought I'd meet one. I think I expected them to feel scarier, or more wild, but you seem like a pleasant enough fellow. I just thought you were really tall. You showed some real compassion for that bear. I do not think most adventurers would have done that. Talking to it instead of killing it, I mean. Sometimes talking is harder, but I'd say the effort is worthwhile if it saves the life of an innocent. Well, Skin Changer, you opened my eyes. I think that is enough self-discovery for one day. Now I could do with a slice of blueberry pie and a nap.
Oh, this is intolerable!
Ha. Soon Shaki's men have all of Bree well in hand. With cowards like that little worm Adso under heel, there's no question of that. You just tell Adso that this payment has been received, but he better have another ready next week, or it will go badly for him.
Is there something I can do for you?
Another payment? This was supposed to be the last. I'll be driven to ruin, that rotten. But enough of my blather. I shouldn't burden you with my problems, no. I should thank you for your help, friend. Truth be told, I was a bit frightened to go out there at night by myself. If I could impose on you again, I have some true debts to pay, and to a nicer sort of folk.
Could I take a moment of your time?
EE et al. AA eel, T do not know what to do. The brigands told me to pay them 3 equal payments and that they would spare my workers and myself. I held my part of the bargain. Now they want more. I haven't anything left after sending workers to Backland for supplies and the meager rewards I can offer folk for helping out here and there. Cannot allow my workers to suffer for my mistakes. I fear the 1st of May need to stop work on the inn, but Chief Watcher Grimbriar is working against the brigands here, so I must ask. Would you be willing to help me send a message to these brigands? T hear that you have already done some work against the brigands before. I am sorry if I am MI-21 Ute, these are evil men, and they must be it if you are willing to help. Could you return to the old Sweetgrass farm and send a message to these brigands? The old Sweetgrass farm is a short distance northeast of here.
I'll not be ignored.
EBOES boars can grow quite large and dangerous. The boars of Bree have always been a source of food, and the ones here in the southern Bree fields are no exception. Adso and others have grown fond of one of my meals, boar's head stew. If you could help gather the heads, I can make my delicacy and keep folks here well fed. LS.
Will you give me a moment of your time,
ST
friend?
at EAEAEES hail, friend. I have news that will likely make you see the severity of our lives here. Adso is a good fellow, trying very hard to keep us safe, and he has done a wonderful job with the meager means he has left, but I simply know that it is not enough. These brigands encroach ever closer, and they will not leave us be. Already, those knaves up near the old Sweetgrass farm have taken tools and coined purses from the workers here. Those who keep their faith in Adso, and now Adso puts his faith in you. How do you feel about helping Adso see the worth of his workers?
The Yule Festival is a time of celebration and merriment. Come and join the festivities in Frost Bluff and drink, eat, and be merry. Happy Yule! This is a repeatable quest that you have never completed. 2.
What is this world?
A very fine job, to say the least. A very fine job, to say the least.
Will you let me speak my piece? Will you let me speak my piece? Stay and hear
PPA
me
now
out.
lore aided scene. We have been working quite hard on this building for some time now, and it's thirsty work, but it seems that our water supply is running low. One of our hunters came across a spring in the northern parts of the old forest where the water is particularly sweet and refreshing. A strange thing to find in such a wretched, gloomy wood. Goes southwest into the old forest and stay in the north woods. The spring is a beautiful place, hard to miss in that dismal forest. TL would appreciate it if you could fetch that water for me as soon as possible. I would hate to run out before you return. The forest is getting dangerous, I hear, so you'll want to be careful.
Greetings, friend.
Look at that, you got them all back. I will be sure to see that these are given back to their rightful owners. Must say, perhaps Adso is right to put his faith in you.
Hello, friend. Could you help me with
EI
something?
in it camel nails are running low. Yes, the brigands even took our nails. Can you imagine? Thieves of a different sort than I have ever seen. We needn't fret over the nails, though, and with the cost of iron where it is, I have reasoned a better solution to the problem with building Adsos in. The only problem is that the solution lay to the south within the old forest. In the shadow of the giant trees, there you will find roots. Massive tendrils poking from the earth with the strength of the ages. If we can get tough vines from those roots, we can craft stappings to tie our crossbeams together and save the remaining nails for everything else that we need to build. What say you? Do you have the heart to face that dark and gloomy place to collect up some strapping from those roots?
Just a moment.
It's done then, and too late to change now. Oh me! El fear I have made a greater error than ever before. One of the men came here, and I stood up to him. I fear that this may have been an error. It's done then, and too late to change now. Oh me! El fear I have made a greater error than ever before. One of the men came here, and I stood up to him. I fear that this may have been an error.
Please stay a moment.
CEO AE sent before you run off, I wanted to ask you for another favor. While that brigand was talking to me, I saw some of his seconds bullying one of my workers, while two others made off with a lot of my produce. That produce feeds my workers and keeps them strong. I need to get that back if they are to remain hale and hearty. Tam certain you will find that the produce has been distributed to any of these foul brigands in the southern Bree fields, but there are plenty near the ruins where you are going. Would you recover the produce for me?
Could I take a moment of your time?
Nay ball ioeae nan by standing up to the man, a fearsome brigand named Dirk Hawthorne. I fear I have doomed us all. He set up a camp immediately to the east, just on the south side of the ruins there. He threatened to return with enough forces to stamp out my little homestead before it can be recognized as anything more than a burned patch of land. Mercy me! What a fool am I! Please, True Alpha, help me fix this error so that I can see this dream realized.
Greetings.
Just a moment.
You did it! Look at these onions, still green and fresh. My workers as well are indebted to you now. I haven't much more to give, but you have earned at least this much. Thank you, True Alpha. A.
Hello.
With Dirk Hawthorne gone, I wonder if we can give Bill Fernie a bit of his own medicine.
Might I speak with you a moment?
EEHOAA main look, friend, I have one more favor to ask of you, and it's a terrible thing, too, that fills me with shame to talk about. You know that Bill Fernie I had you pay off before? Well, he sent me a message telling me that his henchman, Brunmer, would be after me. He went so far as to tell me that the nave is west and north at some place called the Outlaw's Haven. TT seems all his big talk is backed by this fellow, and if he is to come here, this scant crew will be useless. But you? You've proven yourself over and again. If you can drive off this Brunmer, maybe I can get out of this mess. Get rid of him for me, and I swear it's the last thing I'll ask of you, and I'll pay you well, too. Apparently, the Outlaw's Haven is west of my Cath HN little ways north, with watchposts and a fenced encampment on a hill.
Stay and hear me out.
Our year winter will be upon us soon, and folk around here will need to keep warm. Those southerners keep looting the site here and taking the most important things this camp has, chief among them blankets and pelts for keeping warm. I joined ADSO here because the pay was good, and hunting bear has long been my profession. Bear hides can be used for good blankets, but I can only hunt so many, and there is need of me to cure the hides. If you are willing, there are a great many bears in a hollow just north of Outlaw's Haven. Outlaw's Haven is west and north of ADSO's camp. Get me some hides, and I will make it worth your while.
Eee!
Would you do something
Bring
for
me tokens of heroism from your battles across the lands of Middle-earth, and I shall see to it that you are rewarded in kind. This is
Greetings.
a repeatable quest that you have never completed.
Might I take a moment?
Bring
of
me
your time?
tokens of heroism from your battles across the lands of Middle-earth, and I shall see to it that you are rewarded in kind. This is a repeatable
What can I do
quest
for
that you
you?
have never completed.
Could I speak with you?
Bring
a
me
moment?
tokens of heroism from your battles across the lands of Middle-earth, and I shall see to it
Greetings.
that you are rewarded in kind. This is a repeatable quest that you have never completed. Complete tasks in Middle-earth. This is a repeatable quest that you have never completed.
Greetings.
You have returned and with news of the Black Old leaders. You have done well. Now is the time to move against Skunkwood and Bogia. You should make your way to this hideout of theirs and speak to Skunkwood. Once there, tell him you heard rumor about the prisoner they took from Arcade, and would like to see if the tales about him are true. Once you make your way to Ander, free him and make your escape. I will follow you to the hideout and aid you. Hurry now.
Buterber and Keep. Buterber. And Keep. Buterber and Keep.
Could I take a moment of your time?
HSEAEE Sane Acer, hello there. I am in need of assistance from one not too familiar with the upper class here in Bree town. I collect pottery from the ruins of the kingdom of Arna. Well, to be honest, I purchased the pottery. It is a sign of my standing, and for years I have had a greater and higher quality collection than that dreadful Mirabella Underhill. The man from whom I purchased the pottery is named Kandak Brightwood. I haven't heard from him for a dreadfully long time, and am worried about my next delivery. And about Mr. Brightwood's well-being, of course. I need someone to carry a letter to Kandak at the Forsaken Inn. Look for the inn along the Great East Road, just past the Midgewater Marshes. Mirabella will visit me soon, and if I have nothing new to show her, I will look a fool. You don't want that, do you?
This is intolerable.
Excellent quality. Once I cure these and prepare them, they will make adequate blankets. We will find warmth this winter after all.
What do you need?
Thank you for your help, True Alpha, though I wish I didn't have to ask you to do it. I should have been the one, but I'm such a small person in this big world. Still, you've done everything I could have asked and more. You will always be welcome at Adso's.
B. True Alpha, I write to you on behalf of my captain, Strider. I am tasked with watching the events here in Bree land and have learned that you have done much to assist the folk here. Your recent efforts in Bree land came to my notice when I learned you aided a hobbit with a problem with brigands. Your efforts against the brigands are admirable, and though you may have thought they were at an end, I regrettably must inform you that they are not yet finished. Bill Fernie, a citizen of Bree, in his own self-interest, endangers the lives of all the citizens of this land with his actions. If you are willing, make the journey north along the Greepway to my cabin. You will find it east of Tjerm between Bree and the borders of the North Downs. Saradan.
I bid you welcome, wanderer in the wood.
You have come a long way for water and into danger you do not know. It is true the water of my pool is the sweetest, and I will gladly share, but the forest is wild and untamed, unfriendly to those who do not belong. Take this bucket and draw from my pool. Unless your friends drink too greedily, this will last far longer than water from the wells of Bree. Be wary as you journey back to the road, lest the forest trap you. My Tom is the master, but he is about his business and may not come to save you. Fare you well.